Hello, and thank you for joining me. They're weak on defense, and they'll raise your taxes. Can you guess who said this? None other than the Commander-in-Chief himself, George W. Bush. He's the same guy who keeps telling us we must take the fight to them before they can bring the fight to us. This is the same man that some refer to as a uniter. But of course, any historian worth a grain of salt will tell you this is essentially the same rhetoric used by Hitler during World War II and the invasion of Europe. Meanwhile, the situation in Iraq has spiraled downward, with new estimates suggesting as many as 655,000 Iraqis have been killed as a result of the invasion. I listened to Mr. Bush speak this morning, and it was more of the same. It was not a comforting speech by any measure. He spoke of consequences for Iran and North Korea, but we must ask ourselves at this time, after years of this blarney, are we really better off now? Obviously, the situation in Iraq is far worse than 4 years ago. The situation with Afghanistan is worse than 4 years ago. And the situations with North Korea and Iran are certainly worse as well. Bush openly threatens military action against these rogue nations, but the U.S. military is already stretched thin. This from a man whose job approval rating has dropped to a staggering low of 33%. His tone during the speech this morning was that of a desperate man, clinging to power, having already been drained of credibility and respect. He said crazy things and repeated them often, until they became some sort of demented mantra. It was a tragic display of incompetence. It's sad, really, but George W. Bush is slipping away, one bad decision at a time. I am B. Thomas Cooper, and I thank you for joining me.
The transcripts for this video and others by B. Thomas Cooper are available at nationalnewswire.blogspot.com.